Basic greetings, my name Viktor Fusov and today March 23rd, 2012. Are you interested to know who are these funny creatures? Carrot-shaped body with long antennae and small tiny tails. So follow me and I will tell you the story, where did I collect it and who are these insects. Well, these insects are really very funny because they're moving very quickly, they're slightly jumping and they're trying always to hide and escape. So that's why I keep them inside this petri dish. And who are these? These are tiny silverfish, very interesting, primitive and easily recognized insects. They have very interesting silvery appearance. They are really wingless and carrot-shaped body. They have a special antenna, long antenna, and three funny tails. These are very shy creatures, and they are normally noticed only by people when using bathroom or kitchen at night. But you can find them sometimes even in toilet or in a room. Where did I collect it? Then this species, Tisanorus silverfish, and in Latin name Lepisma saccharina. To be honest, I collected it in the culture of my mealworms, beetles, which I cultivate for my pets, and in the culture of larvae, where I had just slightly rotten and wet wood. So they were attracted by rotten cover of citrus. Yes, and we were eating this citrus and maybe eating some tiny fungi and some different carbohydrate-rich food, or maybe proteins, maybe some dead insects. And how do they develop? Okay, I will tell you the story, how they're developing. The mature insect will be probably about 11 or 12 millimeters, so these are tiny larvae. So they're moving so quickly and they have a different color. Some of them you can recognize white, some gray, some grayish, and probably they just molted because they're molting several times. They're moving very quickly, either to find food or to find place to hide. As I said, the mature adult will be about 11-12 millimeters, but this one less than 10 millimeters, I guess. So we're sitting here in this petri dish and moving just because of sunny daylight, and they do not like daylight, to be honest. But this is for experiment, to show you them in a close-up distance, because they're really very tiny and funny, and not many of you have seen them in close-up distance like that. I cannot show them very closely. I can try, because they're always trying to escape. I do not want to move to miss them, because they're accustomed to this bag, to this package, and some of them were trying to escape by jumping from the petri dish. That's why I keep the cover. Maybe they will not escape. Still, I will be telling the story. Actually, a popular name derives from the tiny silvery scales which cover the body of this interesting insect. Usually unknown in any habitat in the open air. It's purely really domestic creature, and it has been living in human dwellings probably for several thousand years, because it's actually mentioned in one Chinese dictionary 2000 years ago. The female lays not small, not big, but small number of eggs, about an average 50, and mother, it's interesting, taking care, looking after them. A newly hatched nymphs. They have a size about 2 millimeters, very similar in shape and in behavior of adult. I'm trying to be careful. And running, jumping very quickly all the time. I'm trying to be careful to show you if they're still not escaping. Well. Silverfish, as I said, they're molting. And one just escaped. I need to put it inside. Yes, I put it back. One is most active. Well, I tell you the story. As silverfish is molting throughout their time, and sometimes legs can be lost and can be regrown. These insects are very funny because they are living for 7 years. Yes, 5, 6, 7 years indeed. Very surprisingly, and it's a really considerable length of time for the insect. What do they eat? Usually they are feeding on proteins and on carbohydrate rich foods. And what is that? This can be bread, cereals, flour, starch, sugar and glues, even paste or wallpaper, and even books. But they do like warm temperature and humid conditions. So they are active at night, and they usually notice in a kitchen or in a bathroom when the light is switched on and it's causing them to run for cover. Usually they are considered as clean and odorless insects. Very funny animals. And since they normally cause little damage in our houses, many naturalists consider them welcome guests in their houses, even rescuing them from the commonest trap. The commonest trap is a buff. But they can be a pest, though can be growing in large numbers, for example, somewhere in bakeries, in libraries, or in food factories, where there are some human conditions for sure, not dry conditions. So in these places they can contaminate some goods. Actually, occasionally individuals of these funny insects enter open packets of foods, for example in cupboards, and they can be trapped too. When a silverfish is discovered in a household while, for example, powering cornflakes, sometimes manufacturer can be erroneously blamed because they entered just already open package. So we can really say that this is funny, odorless and interesting insects which has no health hazard. They do not bite, they do not stinging, so they are really interesting because of their funny shape, very funny behavior and very interesting movements. So you can observe for them from time to time, but try do not kill them if they are not in a large number. But some species, another species, this one is a Lepisma saccharina, but second one is a Termobia. I can say a few words about interesting Termobia, because I'm quite sure that this is Lepisma with a not very long antennae, but Termobia, also a special silverfish, also can call firebread, Termobia domestica, described by Packard. Or silverfish firebread is a grayish and also about 11 millimeters in length for adults. Actually, these insects, this another species, likes more warm and even hot places, where likes heat, and ideally they can live in a temperature between 32 till the 41 degrees centigrade, in a temperature which ranges much warmer rather than silverfish can tolerate, another species, Lepisma saccharina, can tolerate, and even withstand moderate humidity. That's why this another species, Thermobia domestica, can be found in other places, in other interesting places. I'll show you, because they are moving very funny. Thermobia domestica can be found around heating pipes and also in similar conditions in bakeries, in kitchens. For example, in some places naturalists and entomologists found them in special airing cupboard in a house, and they were hiding in spaces between floor tiles and walls in the kitchen. No, just jumping and escaping. One is escaping. One is escaping. I need to collect it. Sorry. One is back. For example, another individual was found in a can of stout. Thermobia domestica feed mainly on carbohydrates and substances which are plentiful in flour, in crumbs, in kitchen waste. The life cycle, habits and development of Thermobia domestica is really the same like for those for silverfish. So nevertheless, in general we can consider that really not dangerous, rather than in some special places where people keeping food or producing food, or at least processing some types of food like kitchen and bakery. So thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting for you. If you have seen these funny creatures, write in your comments. I will be interested to know what country you are and where have you seen them. Do you afraid them? And don't worry about them. They are not coming to your bed, because they're hiding somewhere in a bathroom only, in toilet, somewhere on the floor. They will not come to your ear. They will not come on your skin. They are really not dangerous. Thank you for watching. This was Viktor Fursov, research entomologist from Kiev, from Institute of Zoology of National Academy of Sciences in Ukraine. Bye bye. See you soon on my channel, and don't forget, subscribe to my channel. See you soon. A subscriber and follower of my video. Bye bye.